Welcome. Thank you guys for stopping by another Lineage 2 Revolution video sponsored by Netmarble. Make sure you download the game, link in the description, so you can play with me in Open Siege. And the great thing about Open Siege is not only can you choose any class you want to play during Open Siege, but anybody above a level 11 can play, and you can queue up by yourself or with a party of up to 4 of your friends. I recommend trying to find friends and clanmates to join with because it's good to go in with a balance of classes. 1 or 2 healers, a couple of DPS, and a tank are definitely a good idea, I think, when it comes to Open Siege. You never know who is going to be playing on the rest of your team because, again, it's open. It's not just your clan battling on your side. So yes, I did go in with a bunch of my clanmates and we queued up for Open Siege, and it's just getting ready to start. But before it does, let's take a quick look at the map. As you can see, this time I was on the red team. You may randomly be put on the red or the blue team. The red team's spawn point towards the bottom left and the blue team at the top right. Now let's familiarize ourselves with the map. Obviously, you're not going to get far if you don't know what you're going for here. The key to victory is the enemy's artifact. On the opposite side, protected by 2 towers, you need to imprint the enemy's artifact in order to win the siege. Now, of course, your enemy is coming at you trying to do the exact same thing. You'll notice that each team has a total of 6 defensive towers, 2 protecting the artifact, and then 2 each protecting your 2 gates. The enemies cannot get through those gates until they have destroyed both towers that are guarding that particular gate. But that's not all. In the very center of the map is the Spring of Recovery. This recovers hit points for anybody, you or your opponent, that stands near it. To the left of the Spring of Recovery, the Altar of Wind. To the right, the Altar of Earth. These are key strategic points in the battle because should either team be successful in imprinting one of the altars, you will receive a 10% attack bonus team-wide. And then, should that same team be successful in imprinting both towers at the same time, it becomes a huge 30% bonus in attack. And once one altar is imprinted, that remains imprinted by that team for 3 minutes and cannot be interrupted. You imprint the tower by clicking on the little hand that appears when you walk up next to it when it's available to be imprinted. Alright, let's go ahead and get this battle underway. You'll notice right here that our team decided to run to the top gate, and we're going to run out and go after the altar immediately. So we're going to try to imprint the altar on our side first, because obviously it's closer and that is pretty standard practice. And then, if possible, interrupt the enemy team from imprinting their altar. And then our plan as a group was to try to push down the bottom lane after their defensive gates, the tower down there at the bottom. Now, of course, you don't have communication with your entire team, only the group that you've queued with, so that does make things a little more difficult. You kind of have to watch out and see what's happening. So siege is underway. We're running out. You can see that we've already got players trying to imprint the altar. There it is, the Altar of Wind, and the blue team is already on their side. You can see from the mini-map that we are pretty much focused on the Altar of Wind, getting it imprinted, and now it's done. It's set for 3 minutes. Nobody can stop us, and everybody's moving forward to the healing well, the Spring of Recovery. And you can see again on the mini-map, huge confrontation over here, and we have so far been successful in preventing the blue team from imprinting. Now, this is a strategy that some players like to use, try to get control of both towers right away. But for us and our team in particular, we decided that while this battle was going on and the enemy team was not being successful in imprinting their tower, we would run to the bottom lane and start to work on getting those defensive towers down and see if we couldn't eventually get through this bottom gate and get it open at least for our team. Again, other teammates can look on the minimap and see that there are team players down there right now. So hopefully they see it, they get the message that eventually we're going to try to move down and take out these defenses and get through that gate right there. Now the blue team again is trying to imprint their tower. There's been a big battle over there, but look at the left side. Our team's tower is about to expire. Now I also got a little too close to that tower. Some opponents came up from behind me as well. I got killed for the first time there in the battle. But also, critically. Watch as I revive eventually here. The left altar imprinting has expired and it needs to be done again. Now, luckily, we've got teammates there. They're working on imprinting it. They eventually get it imprinted again, and we go back to battling against the bottom lane, against those towers. And as you can see here, we've got one of the towers down and the second one down to about 50% health. So we're making progress right here. The enemy team not able to work on our gates as much because they've been too focused on trying to defend the altars in the center. You can see right now our team is just about to imprint both of the altars, and there it is. Both altars imprinted by the red team, and we have that 30% bonus, and we have it for a minimum of another minute and 30 seconds. So we're going to push as hard as we can for the next 90 seconds, try to get as much damage done to the towers, try to get in through the gate right here. We're very close to getting in through the gate. You can see that second defensive tower. We are going to battle right here for the next few minutes and finally grind our way through, get through the gate. You can see we're about halfway through this 30-minute open siege. Just over 16 minutes left. We're through the bottom gate. We're trying to press forward towards the holy artifact and get those defensive towers down so that we can imprint that artifact and win. But of course, things get more difficult here because the enemy's respawn point is just above the holy artifact there on the map, just out of view towards the top. And this is where dying often can become costly because eventually your respawn time is extended the more times you die. And that time that's spent waiting to respawn is going to cost your team. There you can see it's 12 seconds now before I can respawn and come running back to help my team. But eventually I do. We get back, we continue to pressure, and we get down the artifact tower, guarding the artifact on our side of the map, and now we can get in there and start to imprint the holy artifacts. You'll see the notification on the screen. 10 seconds left. It's counting down by the second right here. So exciting, trying not to get interrupted. We've got one player imprinting the artifact, everybody else trying to defend it, and victory is ours. The red team imprints the holy artifact, and this open siege is over, and to the victor go the spoils. That's right, you guys. You get rewards based upon your win and, of course, based upon your performance within the siege itself. You can see I died 11 times, but I did kill 16 other players, and you get extra points for imprinting an altar, destroying a defense tower, or completing missions that are given out at the beginning of the open siege. Your rewards are sent directly to your mailbox, and they are good ones, you guys. You get a loot box, you get an Adina box, a clan coin box, and honor points. So a lot of rewards for participating in open siege, and it's a blast. Hope you guys try it out. Let me know if you have questions. Download the game using the link in the description. Choose the Gyron 01 server, and you will be playing alongside me. And before you know it, together we will be coordinating full attacks.